What is the vagus nerve? Why do we care? And how can essential oils fit into the picture of helping it function optimally? That's exactly what I want to discuss with you today. And it's what I dive deep into in the latest episode of the Essential Oil Revolution. Now, the vagus nerve has been extremely popular in the integrative medicine space as of recently. In fact, it's probably only second popular to the microbiome. And this is for very good reasons. This 10th cranial nerve is critical in regulating many essential functions in the body. Specifically, it is innervating many of your organ systems, the heart, the gut, the brain, and the lungs. So if it's not optimally functioning, you can have an array of different symptoms related to where exactly the breakdown occurs, right? So the vagus nerve is also critical for regulating the parasympathetic nervous system. In fact, this is the rest and digest or restore part of your nervous system, and it's part of the autonomic nervous system. You've probably heard of the rest and digest versus the fight or flight part of the nervous system, right? The fight or flight part is of the atomic nervous system is the sympathetic nervous system. And although that we need that sympathetic state for survival, we need the parasympathetic state in the vagus nerve, which innervates it, to be in optimal function to help compensate for when our body goes into stress and right to help restore it, because we can't restore and heal unless we're in a state of parasympathetic. Now, there's different ways that the body handles stress, right? It can go into this state of where we can thrive and we're in this proper ventral vagal state. We can be in sympathetic where we're in fight or flight, or we can enter shutdown, which is called dorsal vagal state. And this is related to the polyvagal theory, which integrates the physiology of the vagus nerve functions with our psychology. And it offers an innovative approach to dealing with mental health issues, specifically related to trauma. So, the goal of the polyvagal theory is to use this physiology of rest and digest restoration, this feeling of safety that emerges when our body is able to be calm, in order to calm the brain and help people restore their mind and body. Now, where do essential oils come in? Well, if we think about it, essential oils can act as vagus nerve modulators because they support the vagus nerve's influence on our physiology, our psychology, and biochemistry. Now, aromatherapy complements the polyvagal theory because it invites one to heal, grow, and release trauma. Specifically through various mechanisms, essential oils can enhance our brain health, uplift our mood, calm our reactive nervous systems down, and they also influence our neurotransmitters and our signaling in our body and in our brain. So, the feeling of safety that can emerge instantaneously when we smell an essential oil and it calms us down allows for more rational response patterns in life and relationships. So, in this episode of the Essential Oil Revolution, I go into three specific essential oils that have been shown in the literature to influence our parasympathetic nervous system, and some that have been shown to actually modulate the vagus nerve through measures of heart rate variability. These are lavender, bergamot, and ylang. Now, there's others, and there are also clinical applications where people use different essential oils to stimulate the vagus nerve, specifically behind the ear or the mastoid bone. And if you missed my conversation with Jody Cohen, you want to check that out. But these are the ones that showed up in the research, right? And I wanted to give you an overview of how essential oils are research based, as well as kind of a breakdown in how they could actually impact the nervous system and how they do that, right? Which functions they regulate. A lot of them regulate our nervous system function, and it shows in how it calms the heart and how it calms the brain. I also mentioned two other essential oils as honorable mentions, and I dive in a little bit about the research in general with essential oils and why you have to be careful with what you read and some of the caveats with that. So you'll definitely want to tune into the Essential Oils Revolution. I will leave a link in the video description, and you can go ahead and head over there and share your comments. And while you're there, if you could please subscribe and like the show, that would really help us out to continue to bring you amazing education on essential oils and get in some of the best guests that can help us with learning how to use essential oils safely and therapeutically and with intention into our lives.